So, some eagle-eyed viewers might have noticed that in my last few videos, I haven't actually been playing badminton. And recently, I haven't really done very many videos, even though we are not in lockdown in China. And there is a reason for both. Hey guys, I'm Badminton Becky. I'm an American living and playing badminton in China. Please hit the subscribe button and follow along as I talk about all things badminton and try to be a top player in my city. Okay, I'm out of the hospital because it's too depressing to talk in the hospital, but now it's really windy. Can you hear me? So what is it like having to go to the hospital during a, COVID pandemic? It's not awesome. I'll spare you all the details, but I did write a blog about it on my normal China blog. I have a badminton blog and then I have a normal daily life in China blog. So I'll put the link down in the description box below. But it hasn't been great. And my health problem is a genetic disorder. I was born with it. It's just kicking my ass this year, or last year and this year specifically. But now, since the, pandemic, it's made getting all medical care a lot more difficult. So this year, the year 2020, I've been doing pretty poor. I've been getting worse and worse and worse, to be honest. Some days I don't even have enough energy to leave my house. Badminton has been far, far out of my reach. Even in the videos that I have made this year, I haven't been playing in a lot of them. I've just been going to the court and making these videos. Or like even my last video where I did play, I did feel really, really poor on my third game after like an hour. I only played 3 games. But the COVID crisis, it did make me realize I needed a more serious solution, that I kind of can't continue like degrading the way that I'm degrading. But I had to find a better solution. And there is a medicine for my problem. It's an off-label use. It's things that only like through word of mouth people say work, and it's pretty serious. I have to get it every 2 weeks and I have to be admitted to the hospital. I can't just get it like in a clinic. I have to be admitted and it's very expensive, and like once you start it, they say you have to be on it for the rest of your life. I really, really, really didn't want to do that, but desperate times and desperate measures. I had high hopes that it would work right away. It did not. Actually, on my second treatment, I had gotten worse than from my first treatment. But I just had my third treatment this week, and finally there has been a little bit of improvement. I'm still very weak, but it's heading in the right direction. My numbers are going up, and so I've decided to celebrate my little tiny increase of health with playing badminton. Today we're going to a court that I have never been to before, so I'm waiting for Aja to pick me up. By the way, just FYI, it is 34 degrees right now with a real feel of 41. This is a terrible time to play badminton, but like it's cooler today than it will be in a week. It just sucks living in southern China where it's so hot. here's the thing, because I'm basically like starting from scratch in many aspects. Obviously, like I know how to play the game now, but I've lost a lot of fitness, I've gained a lot of weight, and I realized like to get back to badminton, I need to take baby steps. Obviously, like with me, before I got sick, I was playing like 5-6 nights a week for 4 to 5 hours. I'm like infamous for not taking breaks. Like I've got a lot of energy. And even though I want to like just do that again, because that's how it's been for the past couple years, I gotta now remember what it was like in the beginning when I started to play. I remember the first couple months when I played and I was really out of shape. I remember one game, I would come off the court like huffing and puffing and I would have to take a rest. Like I remember one night of like 2 hours, I could play like 4 games, maybe 5 games. So I gotta now remember that's how I used to be, and I gotta kind of see myself like that again, like almost starting over from scratch.
然后只换鞋底，这个是第2层的新的鞋底，对我那么厉害。然后他把
为什么你不要买新的？
因为这个没有坏，而且这个很漂亮。
但是这个坏，
没有啊，
坏，
没有破咯，
坏。
你看这个都还是好的。
Warming up, and then we started playing a game, and Aja and I won, and we like killed them. But you know, more because of Aja, not because of me. It really does feel good to be back on the badminton court. Another thing I'm really worried about is injury, because when I started playing badminton, I kind of like, you know, you slowly build up to it. It's not like I could do all the moves or like move around the court like I can now, because I just didn't know how. So like as my fitness improved, like my footwork and my tactics improved too. Now it's like I want to do things that maybe my body can't do, but my brain is going to try to make it do. So I'm actually really worried about injuries. Of course, that game that started off terrible, and then we won, me and that stranger beat Aja and another stranger, and we had to come back and we kicked their butts, and of course my camera fell down and didn't record any of it. I went to buy a sports drink, and one of the guys, he was just like, it's on me, don't worry about it. So nice, so friendly, all new people, but so friendly. It's really cool too, even though this is a new court that I've never been to. I ran into some people that I do recognize, like that girl. She's like really awesome. She's one of the top girls in the city, so really cool to run into her and get to watch her play and get to be beaten by her. finished, but there's one thing I want to do before I can go home, and I want to check my temperature. One of the reasons COVID has been so contained here is because you have to get your temperature checked everywhere you go. Like every store, every building, you got to get your temperature checked. If your temperature is high, you are not just allowed to like leave or not enter. They call the ambulance and you have to go to the hospital for a COVID check, even if you just have a teeny tiny fever. So I'm actually a little afraid that because I'm so hot and because I've been exercising, that like I'm gonna have a fever. So Aja has a temperature check because he has to check all his workers every day at his job. So let's see. Okay, Aja has the same one that my school uses, so I'm safe. I can enter. I also got a little homemade pudding by our friend Haigway, so I'm gonna bring it home and eat it there and hope it doesn't poison me. And here I am back on my dark night walk home, ending commentary thing that I tend to do. I think today was like the first baby step back to badminton, I hope anyway. Truth be told, I did actually make this type of video like a lot of times before, maybe 2 or 3 times before, and unfortunately I didn't get better and I had to not play for longer, but I have high hopes that this time it's for real. Badminton Becky 2020, don't call it a comeback. Okay, wherever you are, I hope you're taking care. I hope you're staying safe, and I will see you next time on the court. Bye.